I wanted to talk about why I stopped doing the carnivore lifestyle and started to add fruit, honey, and raw dairy into my diet. And for many people, I see that people get strict carnivore, and they believe that they just need to go stricter and stricter and stricter to get the result they want. And then they literally end up on this lion diet where it's literally only beef. Now, I'm not here to say that the carnivore lifestyle is a bad lifestyle. I absolutely loved doing it, and I saw massive benefits, but I just didn't feel right. Something felt off. And if this is you right now, if you're following the carnivore lifestyle and you feel absolutely amazing, then this isn't for you. But if you're following the carnivore lifestyle and you're hearing about all these people talk about these amazing benefits that they're seeing, and you're not seeing those, then this is definitely a video for you. I was following the carnivore lifestyle for maybe 2 years, and I saw massive improvements with my gut, my skin, my mental health, and my inflammation levels. My inflammation levels were virtually zero, got rid of joint pain, knee pain, and I did feel really good. Way better than what I felt when I was following calories in versus calories out, or if it fits your macros, and all these other diets I tried. I did feel really good. But over time, I started to develop extreme sodium issues. Now, prior to going on the carnivore lifestyle, I did go through a very stressful period in my life, which led to me having issues with my electrolytes anyway. Once jumping onto the carnivore lifestyle, as you can imagine, this got significantly worse. What's happening is when your body is not using glucose anymore, it's running on fat, your body is going to use 4 times the amount of sodium per day to sufficiently run. And this can be a massive issue. You need to get so much more sodium on your diet to be sufficiently hydrated. Now, for some people, they go on the carnivore lifestyle and they're fine. They don't have any electrolyte issues. They feel great, and they don't have to use so much salt. But for me, and for a lot of people I've spoken to, is they do end up getting electrolyte issues. Now, that can look like headaches, brain fog, fatigue, muscle cramping, sleep issues, hunger issues, craving issues, and this is because they are depleted in electrolytes or sodium. So it's important, if you are doing the carnivore lifestyle, that you are really adding in enough salt. And I tried that. I tried adding salt to my waters, to my meals, but I just didn't feel that good. I might have had a period where I had a bit more salt and then my energy would go up, but then around an hour later, I would just crash again. And it got tedious where I had to keep adding salt every single day. I'm still a component of doing the carnivore lifestyle. I did do it recently for 2 days just to have a bit of a reset on my body. But this is what I truly believe. I believe that going into a state of ketosis is not that beneficial long term. And I do believe that adding in fruits, honey, or carbohydrates is going to help significantly. And this is why I made this decision to add fruits and carbohydrates in, is because when you are using glucose, your body stores electrolytes and water a lot more sufficiently. So you're not having to use so much salt and so much electrolytes because the fruits are going to hydrate you. So once I started to incorporate more fruits and carbohydrates in my diet, I started to see all of these symptoms disappear. My energy was up. I was able to focus. I didn't have muscle cramping, and my sleep, more than anything, improved so much more. So these had a massive positive impact on my life. What types of fruits was I adding in? I was mainly focusing on berries, some mangoes, some pineapples, raw honey, which I was using a lot of. And I was having these in the form of smoothies sometimes, or I was just eating them alongside my red meat. The best times I find to use carbohydrates was around my workouts, pre and post workouts, because we know that on a carnivore lifestyle, working out can be a lot tougher. Your body does like to stimulate using glucose when you're doing explosive movements or you're doing cardio. And this is what I found, that as soon as I added carbohydrates in, post and pre, my workouts, I felt so much better and I had so much more energy. I felt like I got stronger. I felt like I was able to go for longer periods of time without crashing, and I just felt so much better. Now, I'm not someone that says that you need to be eating hundreds and hundreds of grams of carbohydrates per day unless you are an athlete. But what I am saying is that you should have some sort of carbohydrates if you were seeing any of the issues I currently was seeing before on Carnivore. For some people, they are going to have issues when adding fruits back into the diet, whether they are going through a healing or a digestive phase. So for some people, you might have to go through a phase of healing your gut before reintroducing these foods. But I do believe that Carnivore is a healing diet, and I don't think that we should be following this long term. I do think that the gut does benefit of having diversity in it. So you do need to understand that using the way of the Carnivore lifestyle, if you are not feeling 100% over a period of time, then I do think it's good to add carbohydrates back into your diet. Now, for the people that are absolutely thriving doing this, then you don't need to do this at all. Being ketogenic and you'll feel amazing, and you'll see many, many healing benefits from doing this also. But once you are healed and you're feeling good and you want to start working out a bit more, then it's definitely important to add carbohydrates in so that you're not getting all of these negative impacts that I was talking about. And I do see this online where people are saying, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But I truly believe that your body is one of one, and whatever feels good for you isn't going to be the same for someone else. So if you are following the Carnivore lifestyle and you're not feeling absolutely your best, or you feel like you could feel better, then try experimenting with fruit, see how you feel. Maybe your hunger goes way too high and you start to binge eat and overeat, and that's not something you want. Or you might find you feel so much more satiated and you feel a lot less cravings. I find that when I'm doing the Carnivore lifestyle, I have cravings for junk food more than when I eat meats and fruits. And I believe it's probably due to the electrolyte imbalance, because when you are dehydrated, your body is going to crave for sugar. So this is what I found, but that's just for me. And then I have clients that feel better eating meat and fruit rather than Carnivore. They ran into the same issues I had. So you do have to be wary and try different things for your body. For some people, they're going to need 100 grams of carbs. For some people, it might be 50. For some people, it might be 200, depending on your activity levels. But it's all about trying, reintroducing fruits, seeing how you feel on them. Do I feel better on the Carnivore lifestyle? No, I feel better on the animal based, and go with that one. There's no one size fits all. For some people, they can eat bananas. For some people, they can't. Everything is individual. I want to say that I am offering one-to-one coaching with nutrition plans and helping people get healthy again. If you are looking to eat an animal-based diet, then I can help you on this to get you the result as quick as possible. I hope this has helped. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.